evening, we're going to be looking at how to make a server from SanDisk wireless flash drive uh, for Apple, Android, and also you can browse it on the PC. Usually, people do tutorials about connecting directly to the stick. I'm going to be talking about how to indirectly access it when it's hooked up via internet connection and all stuff like that. Without further ado, let's get started. Here's the device here. This is it should be, technically, I reckon it should have been called SanDisk wireless flash card reader, because it is a drive. It looks like a memory stick, a overhead memory stick, but if you look over here, if I peel it back, there's a door. Yeah, right where my thumb is, there's a door, and then if you put your nail in there, out comes the actual storage, and this is a 32 gig SanDisk Ultra SSD card. So nothing's actually stored on this device itself, it's actually on that little card. But anyway, let's get into it. So I'm just pretty much showing you, it's got a portable battery in it. It creates its own Wi-Fi network, but we're not going to be connecting to its Wi-Fi network, but I'll show you it. I'll show you the Wi-Fi network anyway. But anyway, let's turn the device on. And while that's turning on and booting up and connecting, we're actually doing a portable solution for the network, because in order to connect indirectly to it, it has to connect to a network, which I do got. Just a second, while that boots up anyway. This is the network that we're going to be connected to, which is a PureWay pocket router. So the stick will connect to this, and this is pretty much where my internet traffic goes and my LAN traffic, because I carry a wireless network around with me everywhere. This is actually usually hooked up to a power bank. Excuse me, sorry about that. So that's the internet connection, or the LAN connection we're going to be using. It is hooked up to the local Wi-Fi router here through Wi-Fi extension, but we won't be going through those features of the pocket device. I have done videos on it in the past, but I might do an in-depth video on it, which will take up 20 to half an hour, but that's going to be an in-depth review on the pocket device. But anyway, we're not talking about the pocket device today, we are actually talking about this stick. Now, see, it is blinking twice. Usually when you first turn on the stick, as you would have noticed, it was blinking once. That means it was broadcasting its own Wi-Fi network, but not connected to any external network. The LED, now it's blinking twice. That means that it's connected to that little router I showed you. But anyhow, so enough of that device, but we'll just keep it there. I'm going to pull up my tablet. Just let me unlock it. What we need to do in order to connect to that stick, we need a couple of things. First of all, we need to find out what IP address it's got, and second of all, we need to find out if it's connected to the same network. Well, that's the most important thing first. Actually, same network, second IP address, and as long as you know the username and password. So I've got the Huawei Highlink app open. Actually no, I'll do it through the computer. So we'll put that aside. So we'll come over to the computer. This computer is connected to the wireless router, because this has got Wi-Fi. Just a second, let me just use the computer here. Yeah, it's not connected. So the plan is 2G, 3G, 4G, that's actually the thing. ET, that's actually its own Wi-Fi network there, that's the SanDisk drive itself. But we're going to be connecting to Rob ET, which is an indirect way. So we'll just wait for that Wi-Fi to connect. I tried to type in the root IP address, and since it wasn't connected, it failed. What you see there, this page cannot be displayed. But now, since it's connected, we'll push F5 to refresh the page. Sorry for the glare. And there we go. This is the Huawei Pocket Router's website, and as I said, Wi-Fi extension. We're connected to TWA guest through a bridge. Now we want to go to statistics. Now I've got to log into the router. Just a second. You can watch this because so admin is the username. It's always the username for these is admin. All right. Just let me do my password because I need to log into it so I can check the routers, the SanDisk's IP address. Okay, so there we go. We'll log into statistics. So statistics is pretty much your plan, and it's got a data sim in here too, but it's pretty much the plan. And down here we've got the current connected devices. So ball bags, it's my iPad. This is the computer. This is my phablet or my phone. And this one that's got no name is the little SanDisk drive over here. So this one is connected to the network. So it's that one with no name. That's the routers. Oh, that's the SanDisk's IP address. Oh no, sorry, network name, which is nothing. And this is the IP address here. So we've got 192.168.2.5. So this is what we're going to have to write in the URL. So if we go back up to the URL, just a second, let me get my mouse. That's my pocket router's IP address, that one. But we don't want that one anymore. We're not erase that. We're going to go 192.168.2.5. Enter. Now it's asking me for username and password to log into the stick. The default username is usually owner in all lowercase. Do not capitalize or else it won't work. Just a second, I've got to do it again. O-W-N-E-R. And if you have set a Wi-Fi password for this, which I have, because I've connected it directly to it in the past and set the stick up for security. So this is pretty much the Wi-Fi password to connect directly to the stick if you've secured it. If you haven't, that's okay. You just leave this blank and just put owner and you can log in. So I'm just going to enter the Wi-Fi password I configured for the ET, which is this network. And then see, I've entered the correct information. So if we go enter, and as you see, the USB is blinking. So this is pretty much the root of the SD card in this card reader or wireless flash. So we've got documents, music. This is a 32 gig. You can stick more if you want to, as long as the card is formatted to FAT32. It shouldn't have any problems. You can fit up to 256, probably even more if you can find a bigger SD card. So if you go into music, I'm not going to play any music because of copyright reasons. And if we go into MP3, so what's happening is here it's reading, that's the status lights blinking, indicating that it's working. It's the stick is working and there's activity happening on it, which it is. I am indirectly connected to the stick through the local area network or LAN. So yep, that's how you wirelessly make a server. You can access this server through an iPad, which I'm recording off now. The good thing about the iPad is if you're connecting to this stick, you can actually stay on your existing Wi-Fi network, meaning that you don't, if I'm connected to, which I am, just a second, I'll show you. So we go into the Wi-Fi setting. See, I'm connected to Bladden's 2G, 3G, 4G Connect. That's the pocket device. But and as you said, as I said before, it's connected through Wi-Fi extension. This is the same one it's connected to too. That's connected to Bladden's. So, and that network is also hidden, so you can't actually connect to that automatically or scan for it. You actually got to enter that information manually, which I'm the only one that knows it. Hence why I created that network. So yeah, so pretty much, why would you use it? I mean, as I said, it broadcasts its own Wi-Fi. Why would you want to connect indirectly to it? Well, as much as it creates its own Wi-Fi network, what I've found is you can't run an internet connection simultaneously. It does give you the option of connecting to the internet, but it actually doesn't bridge. What I've noticed, I mean, someone probably fixed it in the firmware or whatever, but what I've noticed is it actually being connected directly to the device, it doesn't let me use the internet connection even though this device is connected to this network here. So that's the first reason why I'd connect indirectly, so I can maintain my internet and I can also access it. Second of all, if the like a computer like this, if you were to have two ports, because this only got two USB ports on the side, we've got some behind, but a bit hard to get to. But in those cases of hardly any USB ports, this saves you time too. Third and final actually. You can only connect 3 devices to this. So once 3 devices are connected, which is good if you've got multiple PCs like what we got here, and maybe you want install a program on 3 of those ones, so they have all 3 of them will connect directly and can download whatever, and you don't need a password to log in if you're connected directly. If you know the IP address of the card reader, it'll just log you right in. The login only matters if you're connecting indirectly. Now, so that's good for if you want to connect 3 computers, but what happens if I wanted to connect this one or all of these computers at the same time? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and I see with my pocket device, I can connect up to 10 devices. So say I've got this on the network, so that leaves me 9 more devices I can connect, plus the additional 3 to connect directly. So pretty much I can connect up to 12 devices. So and if you've got a bigger network that can support more devices, like normal Wi-Fi routers, you can connect more, as long as you know the LAN IP address of that stick, and as long as you know the username and password, you pretty much have access. People said you can write to it over it. I don't know how to at this time, but if I want to put content on it, I just usually chuck it in like a normal memory stick and download to it. And then if I want to, view or show people stuff wirelessly, or if their device is connected to it, they can browse it and download whatever. They can delete, but they can't write unless there's a way to do it. I mean, someone has said. And yeah, so that's pretty much how to make a server, pretty much an HTTP server. You can host your files on for free. You don't even need an internet connection. You can actually be offline and use this. And it's how to make a good old server, yeah. So I hopefully you enjoy this one. And until then, hopefully you have a good night. Sure.